Look, this video is not going to be some 30-day no-fap challenge, some 30-day dopamine detox challenge that just becomes useless to 99% of people after the 30 days. Instead, the challenge I'm going to show you something that can be referenced for tomorrow, for the next 30 days, for the next year, for your whole life. So now going into the new year, in order to be significantly staying committed with what you want to achieve, you need to have a good mindset. Now this part seems to be overlooked, and because people don't really care about their mindset, they end up giving up on their New Year's goals quite early. Now what I want you to do is to write down one thing that you've recently succeeded in, or something you've succeeded in quite early in your life as a kid, one time every day. Same thing with a happy moment in your life. One time every day, something that happened recently or something that happened when you were even a kid. And now as you go through these every single day, try to remember perfectly in vivid detail what these moments were like. How did you feel? What did that mean for you? Just that specific stuff. The more specific, the better. So why am I asking you to do this? Well, this is because your brain actually reacts to the information that you feed it. So if you are letting negative thoughts about past failures and apparent future failures dominate your mind, you have a goal-striving mechanism in your brain that literally interprets this information. You're thinking about failing. You're thinking about your future and your past failures. And the mind literally thinks, this is what I want to do. You can literally think about just a past failure when you're about to do something similar, and your brain is going to it's going to literally want to do that again. Let's just say you were a kid, a football penalty shootout. You needed this goal to equalize, to win the game. You step up, you miss it. Now let's say you're a little bit older. You go basically the same position. Not even, just you're taking a penalty, and in your back of your mind, you're remembering, I remember this when I was in year 7. I missed this penalty in such a pressure situation, and you're not thinking about what it's like to get that ball into the net. You're not thinking about the possible scenario that, oh, I can score this. You imagine that you could score it exactly, you could score it. No, instead, what you're doing is you're thinking about how you failed, and now your brain turns that into reality. Now it wants to do that. Do you notice why I tell you to be so specific about recalling your successful moments, your happy moments? It's because when we think about something bad, a past failure, a worry, it takes no effort for us to perfectly, vividly remember all those bad times that we can connect to this bad thing happening so it can be spoken into reality again. Do you ever realize that it's so easy to just remember something negative from the past? And it takes minimal effort to perfectly construct exactly what happened, but yet when we want to do something, we want to recall something that we've succeeded in, a happy moment, we actually have to dig in a little bit. We have to really think, what happened here? What exactly happened in this situation? What was the time of day? Whatever it may be. But when you're thinking about a failure, you know everything. It was 3 o'clock. It was on a Tuesday. It was on a dark, cloudy day. You just remember everything. And quite ironically enough, that's what works mostly. Whenever you vividly remember those negative moments, that's what gets spoken into reality the most. So if we can quite literally just do the opposite for happy and successful moments, that could be spoken into reality more instead of those negative, those failures, all those types of bad moments. And that is just a mistake we always make. Failures are meant to happen, taken a lesson out of, and literally completely erased from your mind. And I mean completely erased from your mind. People will always know that saying, to learn from your mistakes. But those mistakes literally have to be wiped from your mind, and you just have to remember the lesson. Because as soon as you start to remember that negative moment once again, vividly and perfectly in detail, it just starts to creep in to become a reality once again. And that's our issue. We do quite the opposite of what we're supposed to do. We feed our brain these negative, vivid details of the past. The brain just has no choice. Once you feed them that information, the memory of that vivid, bad, negative scenario, it's going to get spoken into reality once again. But like I've said, luckily for us, the brain does the exact same thing once we feed it happy and successful thoughts, positive thoughts with vivid and accurate detail. So now this is the importance of the 30-day challenge. So every day you feed your brain one memory of a successful moment, one memory of a happy moment. So you make that goal for your brain to repeat that, to speak that into reality once again. And like I said, this could be referenced anytime. This could be referenced tomorrow, and a week, a year. Like I said, any time in your lifetime. Because this is just recalling on a memory. It may seem so insignificant, but the power it holds is insane because you know it yourself. Again, when you think about those negative moments, those bad moments, it's so easy to vividly remember it. And what happens? You slip up once again because you just try to recall everything bad that happened. You don't even try to recall it. It just happens like that. And you're just so good at vividly remembering it. So why not take the power that holds of just thinking about something negative and turning it into reality, and to instead thinking about those successful, those happy moments, so you can turn those into reality instead. And of course, this can be used throughout your whole life. Because once you use these memories of successful moments, of happy moments, and bring them in to other successful moments, to other happy moments that are even more better, even more significant. You just have more to recall, and you just can get more and more and more just by recalling all the good things that happen. You may think I'm crazy with what I'm saying, but think about it. Someone says to just believe in yourself. You think, okay, that's dumb, that's obvious advice. This is literally the explanation of just believe in yourself. Because we know when we don't believe in ourselves, once again, I say this so many times, you vividly remember that bad moment in a similar situation, and very likely it gets repeated once again. Now you can write this down on a piece of paper or in your journal. You can write it down in your notes. But what I decided to do was make this little calendar for you, going from 1 to 31, like a whole month. And every single day you just list out a successful moment and a happy moment from the past, recently, whatever it may be. If you're kind of confused about how this works for some reason, I'll put on the screen right here, just be kind of scrolling down through some of those happy moments or successful moments I had. You see it a couple here as I was growing my TikTok page. I was really happy about getting 10,000 followers, 20,000, whatever it may be, followers. Some may have just been recalling good times with my friends, whatever it may be. Now, I know you may be upset that this challenge isn't some quick spurt of motivation that will make you a millionaire by the end of 2023. But I challenge you just to try this challenge for 30 days. You literally have no loss in it. It takes 5 minutes out of your day. You spend way more scrolling down on TikTok and doing whatever the hell you do. So just take the 5 minutes out of your day. Write down a thing you've recently succeeded in, or from the past. Same thing with a happy moment. Something you've recently just had a happy moment in. Something from the past, even when you were a kid. And if this challenge for some reason doesn't work for you, you've taken 5 minutes out of your day for 30, 31 days. What do you have to lose? Now to end it off, look, the journey on self-improvement is quite lonely. It's quite a tough ride for a lot of people. And it's really hard to find friends who are on self-improvement because it's just such a demoralized thing now. So what I have in my description is a Discord community you can join. We're all on self-improvement. It's like a nice little network for you to be surrounded by like-minded people. Right now we have over 100 members and it's going to be continuing to grow every single day. So please don't be shy to drop by, grow out the community, and just be surrounded by some nice like-minded people. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.